All right, it's time to spice things up this fall. From pumpkins to sweet potatoes and yams, our next guest is matching her healthy recipes to the colors of the season. Nutritionist Ashley Hawk joins us now live to share her tricks for these nutritious fall treats. Welcome back to the show, Ashley.
Thank you, Aubrey. Always so good to be here. And it's perfect timing because my waffle iron has just heated up. And I wanted to share exactly. That's always a good time to start cooking breakfast is when the skillet's warm. And that's what I kind of love about this time of year is we can make those cozy, warm treats that we associate with the cooler weather and also those wonderful fall flavors. So to kick it off, we've always got the pumpkin craze. And I love the pumpkin craze because a lot of people don't realize that pumpkins are loaded with vitamin A and fiber, so as well as vitamin C. So this is a great vegetable to be able to mix in to any recipe you're making.
All right, well, let's get
So to
started.
start,
Yeah.
yeah, let's do it. So the first one is my favorite recipe right now. It is a pumpkin oat souffle. And what's great about this is it's completely gluten free, and we're also really amping up that fiber. So what we've got 1 cup of rolled oats. You just pour that right into a bowl. Then you're going to do half a cup of canned pumpkin. Now, not all pumpkins are created equal. There are certain pumpkins you're going to see at the store that look like this one over here. This is a pie pumpkin. This is the kind that you're going to cook with. You are able to roast this. However, I often encourage my clients that it's totally okay to buy some canned vegetables. And buying canned pumpkin is usually the easiest way to go about it. I also love buying canned sweet potatoes, and we're going to get into that in a minute. But it just takes out so much of the work for you, and it's going to prolong the shelf life. So there's really no harm in buying those canned pumpkins, buying those canned sweet potatoes, because they're going to have just as all the same nutrient quality as the fresh and an even longer shelf life. So we're going to mix in half a cup of that pumpkin, and I'm just getting carried away talking about all my favorite things over here. But on top of this, we're then going to need to add in 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And then I'm using a flax egg because I prefer to do this dairy free whenever I can. And then you're just going to add in almond milk. And all you're going to do is whisk this together. And then if you want to add some chopped pecans, you can do that. You're going to pour it into a baking tray, and then you're going to bake it at 350 degrees for about 20 to 30 minutes. But I always encourage my clients when they're cooking to just, use a toothpick and check to make sure that it's completely cooked. And it's going to come out with this great texture. You can eat it warm out of the oven, but what I also like to do is slice it into little bars and kind of eat it as a treat throughout the day. So yeah, you can top with a little whipped cream, you can do a little extra nuts, but it's just got this really beautiful texture. It's that kind of gooey texture.
Yum.
That's, again, so comforting and just have the
All right, Ashley, let's get
right.
to the waffle maker and the waffles.
I know. I'm feeling it kind of heating up here. Okay, so this is my 2-ingredient waffle. And again, this is gluten free and it's got a little extra protein in it because what we've done here is we went ahead and whisked up an egg. And then next, we're going to add in half a cup of mashed sweet potato. Now, I'm making waffles for 1, but you could absolutely double this up if you wanted to make a little extra. So I've got half a cup of sweet potato, and then I've got 1 egg. And you're going to mix this together so that it gets nice and gooey. Again, I'm doing this for 1, so I've got my little individual serving waffle iron here, but you could also make this into pancakes. And if you thicken the batter, you can even make it into donuts, which I think we saw some pictures of earlier.
Oh.
So after you've got this stirred nice and kind of mushy like this, all you do is pour it directly into your waffle iron. And you just want to make sure that you have enough to kind of fill it, but not overdo it. I always kind of even it out. And then from there, we're just going to close it. And we're going to let that cook while we quickly run through the last cookie here. And then I'll show you the finished thing. But the very last dish that I've got today is a sweet potato cookie. And again, what I love about this is it has got no added gluten. So you can make this completely gluten-free. You're going to use mashed sweet potato. You're going to use those rolled oats. You're going to use chocolate chips. So I also want to point out that a lot of the ingredients you've seen today, you can use in all 3 of these recipes, which I think is great because how often do we open a can of sweet potato to just use a little bit and then we end up having to throw it away?
Right.
So I always love to be able to get the most bang for your buck.
Okay.
And today I'm actually using Bruce's yams because I think Bruce's yams does a really great job of picking the sweet potatoes at the peak of ripeness, and then they just take all the work out of it for you, which is so easy and I always love making my job easier when I'm in the kitchen. There's a lot of things we've got to do in here, right? We've got to clean up, we've got to cook. So whenever you can make it a little easy, go for it.
All right, Ashley, nutritious and delicious. I'll let you check on that waffle. I'm going to tell our viewers, if you want more from Ashley, she's got a lot of great recipe ideas. You can visit healthyasahawk.com.